Natasha, and I am your astrological birth chart counselor. So I like to take the approach of counseling and using the tool of astrology of your birth chart in order to bring more self-awareness for not only yourself but the people around you, and that we all go through our own things. So be a little bit more empathetic about people's situations. And today we're gonna go through moon signs. So I'm gonna knock all of this out like a true Aries moon that I am, and I try and do all 12 videos within one shoot, but you will get them sporadically. So you'll see my outfit is the same. I sell these products on my website, www.natashascreativewellness.com. It'll be linked in the description box below. And you just go to the merchandise section on my website. If you like to purchase your own personalized birth chart reading, that is also in the schedule booking section of my website. So you can check that out as well. So this is short story. This is me in 2015, shortly after my figure bodybuilding competition. So if that helps motivate you, go ahead and purchase that. I also have the poster version. I know there's a glare. And then it's my little quote, life is harder than working out. And that is a period of time back in the day for me where working out was the one thing that I did for myself and for nobody else to get me through really hard, tough, emotional stuff that was just layered and layered that kept coming. And yeah, so that's why I'm into fitness. You can check out my other YouTube channel, fit_Tasha Flex. I also have an Instagram page, but I don't really post much over there, but that will be more dedicated towards working out videos or short clips if you're into that, because everyone gets motivated differently. So on to our moon signs, and I'll clip it. Onto our moon signs. Aquarius moon, perhaps you will enjoy my post-it note of organization on each of my moon sign videos in order to categorize and not care. So yeah, I don't care. I'm almost done. I'm doing all 12 of these videos within the day, and so there's no outfit changes for these. So yeah, Aquarius moons, it's the fixed air sign, so very intellectual. The big thing here that I notice is kind of detached from emotions. You know, it's like the waves. The Aquarius symbols are like little waves. In the old times, I always thought the waves meant water, not air. So I was always confused that Aquarius is not in a water sign, it's an air sign, even though it has the phrase aqua, like water, like Aquaman. But Aquarius is a fixed air sign, you know, and all the waves, they don't actually touch with each other. So represents friendships, networking, technology, and forward thinking, innovative, unconventionalness in some sort of way. So your moon, your emotions may be kind of more with your friends, like you care about your friends a lot, and you know, like friendships are almost like more important than actual romantic partners, because friends are going to be there for life. You know, if you build on those friendships and networks, and you know, it's kind of like your bros or your girls, and you kind of rely on them for emotional support, more so than your work, or more so than your actual romantic relationships or your family. Your emotions are with your friends and your networks, and the connections that you make with all the people that you're open-minded and like to get to know. But at the same time, you're one of the signs, like if you're trying to date or get into a serious relationship, there's sometimes this kind of fear or like a avoidant attachment of not wanting to be tied down, kind of fear of losing your independence and individuality. If you're kind of with someone else, you kind of have to conform to what they want, or maybe they're too needy and it's like, you want to do your own thing, or you may want to rebel against whatever everybody else thinks is normal. You don't want to do what everybody thinks is right. You have your own individual process of what relationships may look like. So that's why you're just you may be emotionally more attached to friends and the friendships that you build and make over romantic relationships. It's one of the signs where I've noticed that, they're really good at having that off switch with their emotions. They can really disconnect from their emotions in order to get the work that they are passionate about done. Whatever their passions are, their intellectual endeavors are, they can kind of completely separate those two and really focus on it. Whether there's some kind of situation in your family or your personal situation where you really need to focus. You can't be emotional or just get lost in your emotions. There might be fear of being like everything will just spiral out of control. So you have to just separate it and then focus on whatever your work or your job, or, if you have to really, if you're a surgeon and, you can't be emotional about, what happened in the home last night, like you're cutting someone open and you need to get something out. You need to really focus. So it's that separation of, emotions from whatever they're pursuing in their lives, and they can really focus on that. And they're very intelligent. They like kind of intellectual conversations, like really good conversation. As an air sign, they may be kind of fixed in their own beliefs and what they perceive is, right or wrong. So there's this kind of ego thing, just like Leo, that may be happening, but they kind of do it in a kind of a different way, in order to be seen creatively. So it's also a creative sign, but they want to rebel against the norm or do things kind of differently than whatever is perceived as stereotypical. They want to kind of be different, and if they don't want to be different, they're just naturally they're authentically themselves, and they have no shame or guilt in being authentically unique, because that is how each human being is supposed to be. We're all supposed to be different, and being open-minded enough to embrace everyone's unique difference, so that is like a great humanitarian quality of this sign. And they want to rebel against conformity, and like people who want to make everyone the same, because we're not supposed to be the same. Emotionally, this is one of the signs where I know that they just disappear. Like when they get emotionally uncomfortable, or they don't like you, they get angry at you, or they feel like they're catching feelings too much, like they'll just ghost or just disappear. So this way they have to hold back and regain some kind of control or they don't want to say anything that's rude and mean, that's kind of out of line. So they'll just, they're gone. Or if they're catching feelings too much, they'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Goodbye. You know, there's that sense of detachment. The moon sign also represents your mother and how you perceived your mother, as well as how she had to kind of navigate you or whoever the primary caregiver was for you. So you may have had like a unconventional parental figure who kind of encouraged intellectual pursuits, wisdom, learning, being unique, being very independent. So not being codependent or dependent on other people. It's like you had to be independent in some sort of way, and encouraged you to be kind of unique or value things that are that help humanity or help society in some kind of way. Any kind of progressive thinking or unique out of the box ways of solving problems, you know. So, you know, good in that way, like a very futuristic, very intelligent, creative, like finding creative problem solving, possibly being like a good engineer of some sort or scientist, dealing with anything like that, or finding some kind of cure for something in some kind of unconventional way, you know, this like experimenting. But the other side is kind of detached emotions, not easy to express emotions, as the mother or parent may have not been very nurturing in this area, or didn't role model emotional expression that much for you, but was encouraging in other areas, being independent, intellectual, learning, being kind of doing your own thing, being a unique individual, or some kind of unconventional approach to your parenting, her parenting style with you. Your emotions can be on humanitarian causes of some sort, or just helping the people around you, you know, because you just genuinely care about everyone's kind of happiness and way of navigating through life and being independent. However, they have to do that, you know, in a unique way, because we all have our own unique problems, wants, and desires, you know. And as a Aquarius archetype of any sort, you know, you kind of value how people have to uniquely kind of navigate life and what they enjoy. So write down in the comments down below if you have an Aquarius moon or know an Aquarius. What are their emotions kind of like? Like how do you display emotions? Or are you just like very thinking with your emotions? You like to think and talk it out, but it's kind of very disconnected from the actual feelings. Or what happened to you during childhood to where you felt like you may have had to disconnect, because you are born with your personal birth chart, you know, since you were born. But I find that the environment that you grew up in will kind of give you this energy, you know, because it was conditioned for you in the home environment or wherever you grew up consistently. You kind of took on this energy, and you are now giving it back out. Hopefully it's in a healthy way. But probably practicing emotional vulnerability, or not being too afraid of your emotions, you know, and not always thinking and intellectually navigating your emotions, just letting go and feeling the feelings is probably very challenging for for you, unless you have a ton of water in your chart or a ton of planets in a water house. Then you probably have a little bit balanced mix. So yeah, you're probably very responsible, intellectual, rebellious. Maybe you're not that responsible. Maybe you're very, what do you call it? Reckless. Because it is a rebellious sign. So it kind of depends. So yeah, but you just want to do things your own way, your individual way. Doesn't have to look like everybody else. Or maybe you're homeschooled. Or your approach is just different. Yeah. So write in the comments down below. If you're interested in a personal birth chart reading, you can go to my website, which is linked in the description box below, www.natashascreativewellness.com. You can book in the scheduling section, book scheduling. It's a pre-recorded thing, so you can watch it as many times as you like, and get more self-awareness in an outside perspective analyzer for you. You can purchase, if you like, t-shirts, hats, my poster, journals. There's also yoga mats in there. If you like different and creative yoga mats that are, they're pretty good. Thin, and they stick to the ground pretty well. It's decent. So yeah, if you like fun artsy craftsy things, if you want to support, it's on the merchandise section of my thingy. And if you have any input of like, what should I blog, because I have some stuff in there, but it's great to have input as to what would you like me to write about, if I can even write about it, so what do my viewers want to hear from me, and can I deliver, in that area, because, I don't know, I can't always do things just on demand from other people, just like an Aquarian, even though I don't have actual Aquarius in my chart, but my house of self-expression, the 5th house, is ruled by Aquarius. So yeah, so kind of give me some ideas, and maybe, or maybe not, I will give you what you may or may not want. Okay, that was kind of weird, but Aquarius is kind of weird. So I'll see you next time. Please like, share, and subscribe.